Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I was recently reached out to by a company called Fanttik, and they have a new wireless air inflator called the X8 Apex, and they said they send me a free one if I reviewed it. Turns out I was in the market for an air inflator, preferably wireless. So I'm going to give this guy a run for its money, and we'll see how it works. My testing methodology will be as follows. I will drop each front and rear tire down by 10 psi, and then I will use the trusty old wired one, which religiously fills to the wrong psi, and I will test the time and efficiency of filling up the tire compared to the new Apex X8 wireless air inflator. Let's see how it works. And start the clock on this guy. Go. Start the clock on this guy. And now we wait. I'm not even trying to be biased here, but I really do like this. 36 and a half, that's always wrong. 36, about the same speed as a wired one. That's pretty good. 38. 39. That should shut off. All right, it won, and that one technically started before this one. That's pretty good. I honestly didn't have much hope for this being wireless, but that actually works really well. Look at that. I'm going to compare it to the tires that have actually cooled down a little bit to make sure my pressures are accurate, because these are new sneakers on the car, and we want to make sure it's accurate. And then why don't we clip to a voiceover, and I'll show you some other features about this guy. All right. So this is what comes in the box. You get a swanky little pouch, which you've seen. Of course, the product itself and a hose. A charge cable, which in this case is USB-C. Nice to see Fanttik is on board with it more than Apple. A filler upper for basketballs, soccer balls, certainly not baseballs. This here is known as a Presta adapter, which I didn't know. It's meant for certain types of bicycle tires. I learned that because it came with a manual. As we say in IT, RTFM, read the effing manual. The product itself is very easy to use. Simply press and hold the power button for a second and a half, and it'll turn on. Very visible, nice LCD screen on the front. And to get this baby inflating, you just press one button. There are presets depending on what you're filling up. Car tire, scooter, bicycle, basketball, and the modes change the pressure of air. Probably so you don't flash air into a football at 100 miles an hour. You can also switch between Bar Kpa and Psi. Nice touch. This little guy is even hiding a flashlight on it, just in case you get stuck on the side of the road and want to tell people how screwed you are. And it also has a charge port on the bottom, rated at 5 volt, 2 amps, so you could charge a tablet device or a phone a few times. I would say the only downside of it is that the hose doesn't have a spinny option on the bottom where you screw it in. So you have to manually spin a hose a bunch to get it on. Not exactly elegant, but way better than this mess of a wired setup option. Another note, on my wired one, it always lets out air when I'm screwing it on or off the valve of the tire, which isn't ideal when you're trying to inflate something. The Apex didn't make a sound when connecting or disconnecting. Small annoyance really, but I normally overinflate by a half a psi to account for that. Here's a snippet from their website explaining how quickly it can fill things up and how many times you can do it before recharging. For only having a 2800 milliamp battery, it does pretty well. I'm not the best use case for this product though. This would be best for an active person who, I don't know, off-roads maybe, rides motorcycles, plays basketball, or rides bikes. Either way, my one rule before posting something like this is that I wouldn't post it if I wouldn't buy it, and I'd pick this thing up if I didn't already own it. If you like it, check the link in the description. Like and subscribe if you're feeling saucy, or don't, your call really. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna do it. Doing it. Oh, yeah. Satisfying, bro.